Well, ready or not, here I come with Finish Strong Friday. I realize that this Memorial Day weekend coming up, a lot of you guys might be on the road already. So just check out the podcast, and then you can come back next week and check out the slides if you still need more. So it'll be there. Also, I always forget about it, but all you folks on the YouTube channel, if you want to continue seeing our stuff, just to hit the like and subscribe thing, hit the little bell, all get a little good stuff, and we'll be sure and get notices to you when these things come out. But Finish Strong Friday, we do it every Friday, usually at noon, and just want to get you a real nice thing to get you kicked off for the next week. And this time we're really getting kicked off for the next month. We've been through 5 months at the end of May. So hopefully you've had some prosperity and abundance, but I want to talk to you today a little bit about my top 10 principles to follow for prosperity and abundance. So that's going to be our Finish Strong Friday today. And of course, as always, I'm Don Hastings. I don't really change, and it's a2bforme.com, and that doesn't change. So hop up there if you need some help. We'll talk about it here in a little bit. But give us a reach out and let us know if we can do anything for you. All right, well, I'm going to back out of here, and we're going to get this full screen for you so you can see it really good. And we're going to hop through my top 10 principles to follow for prosperity and abundance. Here we go. All right, number one. Prosperity and abundance, it's not just for a select few. A lot of folks, you get into the attitude of, oh my goodness gracious, all that stuff. I could just never get that. And I love this little post-it note on the left that says, decide what kind of life you actually want, then say no to everything that isn't that. That's pretty simple. And I always love these your cards. And for you guys on the podcast, you can't see it, but these your cards things I see all the time on Facebook and everywhere. But I like this one. It says, everyone keeps saying you can't have it all. Well, I don't want it all. I just want 5 minutes alone in the bathroom. Can I have that? I tell you what, I know there were times in our life when we first started out, Jan and I, we had a little 2-bedroom, 1-bath, little World War II type era house, little bitty thing. And we had, 4 kids in there with us, and a golden retriever. And I was just like, can I get any time, any room by myself for 5 minutes? So I can relate to that. But it's been a while. I'll tell you what, those were some really good times, back in the day. Anyway, you can experience a level of abundance that you can't even imagine at this point in your life, maybe. I mean, but your imagination and time are really your only limitations. And a positive, effective mindset is half the battle. And the other half is taking responsibility for your future. And we talk about that a lot in the Success Principles with Jack Canfield and in a lot of our texts, taking 100% responsibility, for your life, but not just your future, but for your past and your current and every bit of it. Because, we got the equation E plus R equals O, event plus response equals the outcome. So it's not the event that determines your outcome, it's your response to those events. So taking responsibility for your future is key to prosperity and abundance. As much as some people want to promise you that you can daydream your way to $1 billion without lifting a finger, reality is quite a bit different. So we're going to talk about a little bit about daydreaming here a little bit, but we're also going to talk about my top 10 strategies to enjoy prosperity and abundance in your life. So let's get on to number one. Remember, we're going to decide what kind of life we actually want, and then we're going to say no to everything that isn't that. So that's the synopsis, that's the cliff notes of this program. But here we go. Number one, release negativity. You just have to do that. I love this quote. You can't live a positive life with a negative mind. You just can't. Negative thoughts have many negative consequences, and negative thoughts are paralyzing, they're exhausting, and they just prevent you from being your best you. And when you expect the worst, you're not going to have great outcomes. That's all there is to it. I mean, you expect the worst, you're going to get the worst. The universe is going to give you what you expect. what you want. So you better want and expect better things, right? So number one, we just got to release negativity. And I know a lot of times folks say, I'm not negative. Well, yeah, you kind of are. So just if folks are where you think you are, then maybe you are. And it just take a second look at yourself. But just to start releasing all that negativity from yourself. Number two, well, the polar opposite of that is let's keep positive, right? I mean, positive thoughts, positive behaviors, words, and values and habits. You got to have high expectations for yourself and for your future. And all your results, you got to have high expectations. And monitor your thoughts throughout the day and keep them on a positive track because that subconscious is going to get in there. I mean, we talk about all the time Frankenstein and Einstein. Einstein's got all these great ideas, and Frankenstein's all over there. All right, they can't do that. We tried that once, it didn't work. Blah 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 blah. You know, so you got to monitor that, and you got to keep everything on a positive track. So expect good things to happen, and they will. And I love the bottom of this quote about positivity. It says, keep your thoughts positive because your thoughts become your words. And keep your words positive because your words become your behavior. And keep your behavior positive because your behavior becomes your habits. And keep your habits positive because your habits become your values. Of course, we call that character here at A to B for me. And then keep your values positive because your values become your destiny. And that is so important. All of our thoughts, our actions, and our habits are to support our core values, which is our character. And it's our character. It's going to take us right smack dab into our destiny each and every time. So let's keep positive. Positive thoughts, words, behaviors, habits, and values. All right. Number three. Be grateful. Have I ever said that before? My goodness gracious, Don Hastings. I don't think you ever have. Well, of course I have. And I love this. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. Oh, I love miracles. If you believe that you have nothing in your life to be grateful for, you can expect a struggle. So remind yourself of how good things already are in your life. And we talk about daily gratitudes all the time. You have to start the day with gratitude. Lord, I'm thankful for this. I'm thankful for giving me this. Look at all these wonderful things I have in my life, all these blessed things, all these beautiful people I have trying to help me, wanting to help me, that are helping me. Put yourself in a position to receive more from the universe by being grateful. And be grateful, and more things are going to happen that you can be grateful for, because it'll just keep coming to you. I'm telling you, it is out there. All these blessings and all these great things are out there, and they are going to come to someone, and you deserve for them to come to you. So be grateful for what you have, and I guarantee those gratitudes will just multiply for yourself. All right, number three there is done. So number four, visualize. Remember I talked about daydreaming? I love this visualization, this daydreaming with a purpose. I always love that quote. There's this gal at the starting gate. She's already visualizing herself with that trophy over her head. So visualizing requires you to figure out what you want. You know, and that's a big issue for some folks. They don't know what they want. You know, well, if you don't know what you want, what are you going to get, right? So that's why we go through the 5 days of you. And that's why we go through your why and figure out your life purpose and all these things, because you have to know what you want. And also keeps your objectives fresh in your mind. That's why we have those vision boards. Now, remember, the vision board is a wonderful thing. You gotta look at it and see those things, get yourself pumped up. But you got to have an action board to follow it up. But it's great having that vision board. That's what I love about another thing I love about the Phoenix Journal is it has that vision board in there for you. So it's right there with you all the time. Just flip over and take a look at it. Whenever you have that bad sales call or bad phone call, somebody ticks you off, something happened, you're feeling down in the dumps, flip over there and look at that real quick. And that's just kind of a quick page to review your affirmations, right? Because your affirmations should be in line with your visions. But set aside a few minutes several times each day to visualize the future you want to experience. And that's why it's so important to have it in your planner and have it in your journal. Don't just have stuff on your refrigerator at home, on your mirror in the bathroom or something. Because if you're out, you're working and you're away from everything, you don't have that with you. Now you probably got it in your mind, but you want to have it where you can take a look at it, right? So that's why it's so important to have it in your journal or in your planner every day. Just have a little vision board in there, or put it on your iPad or something that you can get to real quick on your phone. But feel positive emotions during your visualization practice, and you'll see benefits soon. You just want to take a look at it and just look at it, close your eyes, and when you're doing your meditations and stuff, get those visualizations in your mind and get them there, because what you start visualizing, I mean, the mind can't conceive what the mind can conceive and believe it can achieve, and it can distinguish the real from what's vividly imagined. So just gotta get in there and just make it real for yourself, and you're going to start seeing those benefits soon. All right, number 5, take risks. If you win, you'll be happy. If you lose, you'll be wise. That's the definition of failing forward right there. If you win, you'll be happy, and if you lose, you'll be wise. But take risks. Now, those with the most always took the biggest risks. Everybody's out there saying, all these people that they just made all this money. Well, yeah, they took risks. They just didn't sit there and it happened. They weren't waiting for the Publishers Clearinghouse thing to show up. With the balloons and everything, they went out there and they took some risks. And you can't expect to play it safe and experience prosperity and abundance. You just can't. You got to take calculated risks where the potential payoff is worth the risk, obviously, but you got to risk. I'm not telling you just to go out there and just shoot the moon and just whatever happens. No, you can't do that. You got to be smart about it, but my goodness, you have to take some risks. Just take a look at it and say, man, risk reward here, yeah, I think let's go for this one. Because if you never take any, nothing's going to happen. But when you do take some and they don't work out, again, you learned. Now you know what not to do, and you want to take those risks that didn't work out and just do a reflect, plan, execute on them, and see what happened and figure out what you need to do next time. But you have to take risks if you want prosperity and abundance. All right, number 6, never be satisfied. I love Bruce Lee's quote, be happy, but never satisfied, right? Because never being satisfied, that doesn't mean that you have to make yourself miserable all the time. That's not what it's saying. But you want to have a healthy curiosity of what it would take to experience greater levels of prosperity and abundance. I mean, you just have to. You have to get out there. And then you'll see if you're right? You got to experiment with your life. Get out there. I know my mom said, you just need to be satisfied. Well, I love you, Mom. Still love you. I always will love you. But no, I don't have to be satisfied. I can be happy in the moment. But I tell you, I always want more. I just want more, because the more I can get, the more I can share, the more I can help people, and that's what I want for you as well. I want you to have everything you can get, so that you can share those blessings with other people around you. But never, ever, ever be satisfied. All right, let's look at another one. Persist. Have you ever heard that from me before? Yeah, a lot of you remember me talking about scouts when we had the 12 points of the scout law, and at the Eagle Court of Honors, they would always ask the scout what would their 13th be. And my 13th was always persistence, because I just felt like if you had persistence, you can accomplish anything. And of course, I love the words in here. Undaunted, be determined, plow on. Keep on going, keep it up. Just get in there and press on, right? Show some determination. But the key to abundance is staying the course, and that's all it is to it. You hang in there long enough, it's going to happen for you. It's important to maintain your vision for the future and your effort. There will be work required on your part to bring the abundance to your life, but all this work, it's going to pay off. A lot of folks who've gone through their life and they zigged and they zagged and they've never quite made it, but if they just keep on going, it's going to happen for you. And I don't care if you're 20, you're 40, you're 60, you're 80, just keep on going. Whatever you've been wanting is out there. You just got to get the stars aligned, and the only person that's going to align those stars is you. So get out there and make it happen, and it's all gonna pay off for you. But just keep on keeping on, and persistence will pay off. All right, number 8, seek help. That big old sign up here. It is okay to ask for help. Okay. And I'm talking to a lot of you fellas out there. You know that. You got to seek help. You don't have to take on the universe all by yourself. Nobody does. I know a lot of folks, you get ashamed. So, well, he's too busy. Well, not too busy. I mean, that gum. Come on. I'm always, that's why I'm doing this for, here to help you. And no, where you are is where successful people always are, right? That they didn't all start out successful. There are a lot of people that were born into a nice life, maybe had a silver spoon, but a lot of those folks probably are they're probably not living a very good life. To be honest with you, they never really accomplished anything. But there's a lot of folks out there that are right where you are, frustrated and upset. Just, man, God, I just can't get this thing together, right? Well, you don't have to take it on by yourself, because the world's full of capable people that can help you. Because someone out there has already accomplished the things you want to accomplish. I can guarantee it. I mean, people have already done, and maybe not the exact, right down to the nitty gritty thing, but in essence, someone's out there has already accomplished the things you want to accomplish. So go out there and get some advice, get some help, get some coaching, get some mentoring, get something, right? But just don't sit there and be frustrated and struggle and not move forward. But seek help. It is okay to ask for help. All right, number 9, hang around the right people. Have you ever heard that from me? In fact, you probably heard it on Wednesday. I think I had that in the Wham Wednesday when I'm talking about your friends. I think I got a couple of comments from folks on that. I always do. But you got to surround yourself with positive, supportive, successful people. That's all there is to it. I love Reid Hoffman's quote, "The fastest way to change yourself is to hang out with people who are already the way you want to be." That's just the way it is. Now you gotta look at who's in your social circle, right? Are they lifting you up, or are they dragging you down? And you have to you got to cull the herd. An old Texas boy coming through here. You got to cull that herd, and you got to get the good ones where you want them and get rid of the bad ones, right? So we talked about the 80-20 rule on Wednesday, and you want to look at your top 20%. Who's uplifting you? Who's bringing you up? But again, you always want to look at the fact that if you want to, rise, you're going to have to be around the people who are probably already where you want to be, and you've got to get there. If you're the smartest guy in your group, then the others are probably just trying to pull you down, right? So they don't want you to leave. You've been buddies forever, and man, who are they gonna go bowling with, on Wednesday night? If you're out there trying to do something for yourself, so get out there and hang out with people who are already where you want to be, and start letting them rise you up. But like Reid says, the fastest way to change yourself is to hang out with people who are already the way you want to be. So go out there and find them and hang out with them. All right. And number 10, drum roll, please. Here it is. Dream big. And I got a little ... on there, because after dream big is set goals and take action. Because dreaming big is nice. That's what the vision board is all about. But after that, you got to set goals and you got to take action and make it happen. But if your dream is to own a 3-bedroom ranch and drive a Ford, you're unlikely to ever live in a mansion and drive a Mercedes. Well, maybe you don't want to live in a mansion and drive a Mercedes, but there's nothing wrong living in a 3-bedroom ranch and driving a Ford if that's what you want. And maybe you RV, and maybe you travel in the world or something or whatever it is. But the point is, you got to dream big, and because whatever you want is out there in the universe. We've talked about it before. Whatever you want, it's out there. There's so much money out there floating around. That house that you want, that perfect car, that perfect spouse, that perfect partner, it's out there. They're out there for you. You just have to go out there and get them. So dream big, get specific about what you want, and set your sights high, and you'll experience more prosperity and abundance. But you got to set your sights high. Get out there because they are there for you. And I tell you, it's amazing. A lot of folks that say, man, I don't know if I want my goal to be that big. Well, you know what if you want to make $100,000, don't be dreaming about making $100,000. You better be dreaming about making 500,000, right? And then you guaranteed. I mean, then 100,000 just a stepping stone to that. So get out there and just make it happen for you. But dream big, set those goals, and take action, and things are going to happen for you. All right. Well, good things are coming your way. Yep, they are. I mean, you got to ask yourself, are prosperity and abundance in your future? Well, it all starts with your expectations and your attitudes, just like we've been talking about. Negative thoughts and expectations are just going to repel abundance. It's not going to come to you because you're a negative force in the universe. And it's just going to go to someone who's ready to accept those things. But you have to accept responsibility for the future you desire. And there's my favorite word. You have to be persistent. And good things are coming your way. I guarantee you. It's all in orange. That's the destiny color. So there you go. Good things are coming your way. Well, there they are. The top 10 principles to follow for prosperity and abundance. I love this picture. It reminds me of Jan, my wife. But I just love this picture. But anyway, I'm going to hop back in here real quick for you and say goodbye to you because I hope you have a great Memorial Day weekend. I know that you're probably going to be grilling and having all kinds of good fun. But remember what Memorial Day is really all about. At some time during the weekend. But have a great weekend. I'll have a weekly challenge waiting for you when you get back, in case you're taking Monday off, and then we'll get started in June on Tuesday, right? So let's just get it rolling, get your planners ready. If you're like me, you're starting a brand new 12-week period in June. So I'm super excited about June, July, and August. It's just going to be a killer quarter, and for me, and I hope it is for you. But anyway, safe travels if you're traveling. Say hello to Mom. Hi, Mom. She's out there, and have a great time with the kids and all your loved ones. But I will talk to you later. And as always, keep moving in the direction of your dreams, no matter what you're doing. And all this prosperity and abundance stuff is going to come to you. Just stay positive and keep it rolling. All right. Well, we'll talk to you